Hey guys, Joel's back with another reasoning sesh where I challenge the status quo of the wisdom of the world and the church by diving deep into the ancient scriptures, uncovering meanings glossed over by translations, really cutting to the core of this metaphysical aspects of these ancient texts and applying it practically to situations in our present day so we can break through these barriers of oppression and really enter into a new phase of doing things, into Earth 2.0. And today I'm going to be talking about how no matter what the circumstances are, they're always leading to a greater potential, and in knowing that we can actually rejoice, knowing that we're moving into an even better state of mind.
Come now and let us reason together. Come now, we can talk it over.
But before I begin, I gotta say, if you like these videos, give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and stay tuned, because as we accelerate forward, we are literally manifesting our best lives yet, and we are literally changing the world from the inside out. But with that out of the way, I'm just going to jump right into it, and I'm just going to read from the opening passage of the Epistle of James, where he says, "My brethren, count it all joy when you fall into diverse temptations, knowing this, that the trying of your faith works patience." So as these circumstances come at us, we're actually developing our own character, and with that strength that we develop in those trying times, we're able to move forward in the future even stronger than we were before. He even goes on to add, "But let patience have her perfect work, that you may be perfect and entire, wanting nothing." That's literally the definition of shalom, the word that's translated peace in the Hebrew scriptures, that actually means absolute harmony with all that is. Nothing missing, nothing lacking, nothing broken. If source is the cause of all things, do you think that we've come here to live out our lives lacking anything? But it's up to us whether we open those conduits or whether we force them shut. Because you look around and, food is in abundance, air is in abundance, the sun is in abundance. This is the nature of physical reality, but we've been so programmed with scarcity mindset that we actually manifest a scarcity lifestyle. But I really want to talk about the fact that when you're going through hard times, they're not bad. They're actually just developing you. If you go back to the Epistle of Hebrews, the writer quotes the Mishle, or the Hebrew Proverbs, and he says, "You have forgotten the exhortation which speaks unto you as unto children. My son, despise not you the chastening of the Lord, nor faint when you are rebuked of him." So when all this buffeting comes against us, don't hate it. Don't really despise it. Of course, we know we've come here to experience a greater potential, but we got to realize that all of these exercises, as it were, are actually training us to endure as greater athletes of life. "For whom the Lord loves, he chastens, and scourges every son whom he receives." Now, this is different than the wrath of God. This is like when you do something wrong and the parent corrects you. That's because the parent wants you to grow up knowing right from wrong, actually doing the right thing. "If you endure chastening, God deals with you as with sons. For what son is he whom the Father chastens not?" Really think about this. If a parent just lets their child run amok, do the parents really care for the well-being of their child? What happens when that child gets into trouble? And not just talking about children, but what happens when they grow up and wind up in jail, or just a delinquent, or just live on the streets? Is that the best that parent wanted to manifest for that child? Is that really agape being exercised? Or is that just let them do what they want, and a fear actually on the parents' part of confrontation of the evil that's actually growing in the child's mind? Because it's like that ancient proverb, there's a battle between two wolves. One of them is darkness and one of them is light, and they're constantly battling. And the question arises, who wins? And the straight up answer is the one you feed more. So we got to feed that light, and when evil comes up, we got to cut it at its root. "If you be without chastening," he continues, "whereof all are partakers, then are you bastards and not sons. Furthermore, we have fathers of the flesh which corrected us, and we gave them reverence." So we respect that they want the best for us. "Shall we not much rather be in subjection unto the Father of spirits and live? For they verily for a few days chasten us after their own pleasure, but he for our profit, that we might be partakers of his holiness." So if we acknowledge that our parents are doing it for our own benefit, how much more that benefit of source that's guiding us into a stronger self-development? Now, no chastening for the present seems to be joyous, but grievous, right? It's not enjoyable in the moment that it's happening. Nevertheless, afterward it yields the peaceable fruit of righteousness unto them which are exercised thereby. And the last bit of this is most inspirational, where he says, wherefore lift up the hands which hang down, and the feeble knees, and make straight paths for your feet, lest that which is lame be turned out of the way, but let it rather be healed. So all of this exposure, like, yeah, it's troubling. It's like, was this really going on for centuries under our noses and we didn't even know about it? But now that we can see it, we can literally manifest a new potential. And that's not saying that you got to go out there and fight with the physical manifestations, but you address it here in the heart first. And from that heart space, we actually affect the causal realm. And from the causal realm, that blueprint manifests, and we start to see the changes being exposed in the physical world piece by piece. And before we know it, this singing and dancing in the street is a reality. It's already a reality. And there are some places in the world where the cabal is falling down like never before. They're running scared. They're rescinding mandates. They're totally exposed and they don't know what to do about it. And literally they've painted themselves in a corner and their own farce is working against them. So stay optimistic and tap in, because that's the only way that you'll get these kind of downloads that actually show you what's really going on, because the media is just going to lie to you till the day that they're actually subdued and no longer exist. You'll never hear the truth from the corrupt horse's mouth, but you will hear the truth when you tap in with Source. So do your part today and manifest your best life yet. I love you guys. I'll check you in another reasoning sesh. Joel signing out once again. Agape, Salaam, Namaste, Shalom.